Hello everyone, my name is Kendall, and fun fact about from the 50s through the 80s, the name Kendall was mostly a boy's name up until the early 80s when it started to be more evenly split. Then something happened in the early 90s that made the girl's name Kendall just skyrocket. And I am a part of that number. And now there's about 10,000 more girls named Kendall in the US than boys, at least according to this website. I have actually personally only known one guy named Kendall in my life, and he was definitely not a nice person. So my full name is Kendall Eileen No, and I have learned a few things growing up with a less than common name. So if you're like working on naming a baby and you picked a really weird name and are curious about how that's gonna affect your child, or if you're like all of my best friends who all of them have super common names and are just curious about how my weird name affects my life, keep watching. Number one, there will be teasing. That's just a fact of life that anyone with a weird name has to come to terms with very early on. And I'm not even talking about in a malicious way. I think the only person that has ever tried to bully me over my name was my sophomore year. There was this little 7th grade kid in my class. He hit about here on me, and he always tried to make me I don't know why he did it actually, but he always tried to act tough by making fun of my name because it sounded similar to a song that we were singing in choir, and he would say it real tough. Hey Kendall, you gonna kindle the candle tonight? We were singing a Christmas song. It was a Christmas song that he was trying to make fun of me for my name sounding similar to. Oh dear. And it was all I could do to keep myself from laughing every time he did it, because he did it for 2 months. It was hilarious. No, I'm talking friends, family, coworkers, the person you have to give your name to at the DMV. Anyone who hears your name, 60% of the time, is gonna try and make a joke about it. So were you really into Barbies as a kid? Cause your name sounds like Ken doll? Get it? And it doesn't matter how long you've known this person either. You could have just met them or have known them for your entire life, and they will still think they are making an original joke. And sort of tacking onto that, number 1.5 is that you will get very good at a fake laugh. Because sometimes the people that make these jokes aren't your friends or family, but instead your new boss or your professor. And you don't want to just stare at them awkwardly because that might lead to a situation you don't want to deal with. So you get very good at this little breathy laugh that just says, I acknowledge that you were trying to be funny, but I'm also not going to encourage you. I found that this particular skill comes in handy in many other social situations as well. Number 2, you get into the habit of immediately spelling your name after you've told someone what it is. This one especially applies to my last name because if I don't, people have actually assumed that I'm just refusing to tell them my last name because it's No. Okay, so Kendall, could I get your last name please? Yeah, No. Excuse me? I will definitely do this with my first name too though, if say I just met someone and they're trying to look me up on Facebook, because without the actual spelling of my name, there's no way they're gonna find me, and the actual spelling of my name is not something that people come up with usually on their own. And so if it's something that's gonna cause confusion, it just becomes part of the way you introduce yourself. Hi, my name is Kendall No, N-O-H. You just sorta tack that little extra bit on the end there. But not everything about having an unusual name is mildly annoying, which brings me to number 3. I'm pretty much guaranteed a username on any site. I have never gone to create an account somewhere and haven't just been able to use my first name and last name stuck together as a username. Ever. This cannot be said for most people. Most people have a go-to username that they'll use on most sites and hopefully makes sense and hopefully has something to do with something that they're interested. But I've never had that problem. And finally, number 4, I am pretty easy to Google. I honestly haven't tried this with other search engines, although I'd imagine it would be about the same, but put my name in Google and the first thing to pop up is either my YouTube channel or my Twitter. They tend to switch off, one or the other. And yes, I Google myself enough to know that. Then my Facebook, then some pictures, then maybe my Instagram, you get the idea. But that is only because, at least at this moment, I am the only person that Google has found with my name. Type in just Kendall, even with an H, and there's plenty of other Google autofills that will come up way before mine. You have to actually type in my full name, and the only person that's ever going to do that is me when I'm feeling very narcissistic, which does happen. So no one else is ever gonna see that. But hey, a little part of me still thinks it's kind of cool that you have to get to page 2 to find something that's not me. Thank you guys for watching. This video sort of stemmed from me wondering what my name meant in different languages and me just sort of going down the rabbit hole from there. But it was a lot of fun to make, and I learned a little bit about my name, so that's pretty cool. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up so that I know, because I'm still trying to figure out what y'all like, because no one ever likes these things. Jeez, guys, help me out here. Anyway, thank you again for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!